That's the question of the day. So apologies to anyone who felt triggered by it. I know for me, my friend Craig Walsh, who was killed by a motorist back in 2012, February the 11th, and my altercation was February 12th. 5 years and 1 day to the death of my friend Craig Walsh. He was killed by a motorist on the Gold Coast, and that motorist just fucking killed Craig and got 4 months, man, imprisonment. 4 months in a min security prison for killing my mate Craig. And Craig was a guy I used to have banter with online. We used to race together, do a little bit of riding together. And he was just he was just such a nice kid, man. In his 20s, wouldn't hurt a fucking fly, man. And my mate Craig got killed by this driver who just thought it was fucking cool to fucking speed in his car or be a fucking race boy, whatever. Boy racer, So, and he got 4 months prison, man. 2 years loss of license. And my mate got fucking killed. So when people say, Harley, you overreacted, man. I didn't overreact, man. This dude could have fucking killed me. Could have killed my friends behind me before the camera was on. So before you type your comments, understand that's what triggered me. And I can't promise anyone it's not going to happen again, man. Because hopefully Australian motorists learn. Hopefully motorists all around the world learn that not every cyclist is a fucking pansy. Not every cyclist is a fucking pussy. Some cyclist is going to stand up to your bullying bullshit. And they might not be as nice as me. They might just go straight in to start kicking their fuck car doors and stuff. Now, I don't condone that. I'm not saying do that. I'm just saying, some people aren't as controlled as I am. Some people just totally lose their shit and they'll do crazy stuff they regret. And I'm not condoning that. I'm just saying. So motorists out there, please be aware. Some cyclists are triggered heavily by you driving dangerously or driving too close. So just give us that meter, man. 1 meter fucking matters. So we've got some questions here about the incident that took place on 12th of February 2017, Norton Summit. The road rage incidents, myself and a motorist, and basically a car. For those who haven't seen it, it's gone full viral around the world. Basically, white BMW, legal vehicle, in my opinion. I doubt that vehicle is roadworthy, heavily modified, high-powered E30 Alpina, sort of little racy BMW. Basically, had a boy racer just risking life, speeding. And the camera was turned on when he passed me. That wasn't that close. Still an illegal move. Still illegal. But it wasn't too dangerous. But before the camera was turned on, that's when the shit happened. And also I got reported from other cyclists that morning he had been harassing them. But there was no reports of harassment after his altercation with me. So after we had our discussion, he was good to go. There was no more bullying going on. But he'd bullied many cyclists that morning, based on the reports I'd be gotten from other cyclists in the Adelaide area that morning around the Norton Summit before he had met us. Do I want to apologise for my actions? No, because it's just self-defence. If you've got a car that can kill someone, bikes can't kill people. A car kills people. More people die from car accidents than cancer. So cars kill, bicycles don't. So if you want to ride your car close or fast at cyclists, you got a death wish. No, you don't have a death wish for yourself. You got a death wish for other people, and that's just not on. So I don't apologise for my behaviour. I look at the footage and I just snapped. So it's a good thing he did stay in his car, and it's a good thing he was calm. The driver did the right thing. He calmed me down pretty much, because I was just, you could see I was definitely on my fuse there. So the driver did the right thing. He just backed down, submitted, just let me vent, and drove off. He did the smart thing. He stayed in his car. He didn't try and go. So that was very smart by him. I also wanted to say that I don't really think that violence is the answer, because you just go to court and it just goes crazy, man. But self-defense is a different story. So I never believe in starting fights. Don't start fights, people. But obviously, know how to defend yourself. Myself, experienced Muay Thai, trained in Thailand, fought, street fight. All it just, I do have a background in that sort of stuff. As a kid, I was always bullied at school. So I definitely have a bit of a hair trigger for when people want to bully me now. In 2017, I've got a lot of fitness. I know how to fight. I know how to throw. I know how to do it all. And there's not many people in the world that I'm scared of. Actually, there's nobody in the world I'm scared of. Maybe if you've got a fucking AK-47, but I'm just not scared of anyone, especially if you want to bully myself or my friends. On that ride, we had some young women with us as well. And if you want to intimidate young women around me, man, it's just like, fuck, I'm going to lose my shit. We had some teenage girls with us on that ride, and they're new to cycling. It's like, nah, it's not acceptable behaviour, so I don't apologise for my behaviour. There's been a discussion about the driver pulled over, and people are like, he was being nice, and it's like he was only being nice because he knew I was losing my shit. You know, he pulled over looking for a fight. When someone pulls over, hits the brakes, brake checking almost. When someone pulls over, they're not asking for a selfie. They're not asking for directions. They're asking for a fight. And not a lot of the commenters are not cyclists. You know, when someone pulls a car over aggressively, they're looking for a fight. They're looking for blood. And I could see it in the look in his eyes. He wanted to fight. He wanted to go. So I was just like, man, this guy wants to fucking kill me. You know, he wants to kill me. That's what triggers me, mate. If you want to punch someone in the head, people die from that, man. People die from getting punched in the head. So if someone wants to punch you in the head, they're basically saying they want to kill you. So many people die from headshots, man. Never ever punch someone in the head, man. You can fucking kill them. It's a self-defense move. It's not the first method of attack, whatever you want to call it. It's just not on, man. You can't punch people in the face, man. When someone's trying to punch you in the face, they are trying to kill you. So you need to defend yourself. A lot of people say just keep riding. Man, this dude is a bully. Bullies don't respond to rational discussion being nice. Bullies only respond to being dominated. You have to dominate a bully. In all my years of being bullied, never anyone smaller than me ever bullied me. It's always people bigger or heavier that always bullied me in high school, etc. And even still today, there's a few people out there who want to bully me, but they're always, you know, heavier or whatever. But I'm not scared of anyone. I'm not scared of anybody out there. So if people want to bring it, bring it. People know where to find me in Adelaide. I'm a fucking public figure. People know where I'm at. Not scared of anybody. And I encourage all people, do Muay Thai training. Don't do fucking karate. Karate is shit, man. You want to do Muay Thai. If you're not wearing a mouth guard and a headpiece and getting knocked out, you ain't training. You are not training, man. You want to be getting knocked the fuck out in the ring. Train with people 50, 80 kilos heavier than you and get fucking smashed. That's the only way you're going to learn self-defense. All this, I did karate for years, and it's just all like you're pulling your punches and that. That doesn't do shit, man. That just makes money for some fucking karate teacher. I mean, it's better than nothing, but really, you know, you need full contact. You need chipped teeth. I mean, always train for mouth guard. I didn't train for mouth guard for a while there. But, man, always train for mouth guard and headgear as well. But you got to be getting hit, man. You got to be getting fucking knocked into the ground. You got to be getting kneed. You got to click shins. You got to fucking have pain. Otherwise, you're never going to be a good fighter. You're never going to have good self-defense skills. Again, trouble comes, man. I never ever look for trouble, but trouble just happens, man. So you just got to be prepared for it. You know, it's like a raincoat. When I wear a bike helmet, I never want to crash, man. But sometimes crashes happen. I never want to fight people, but sometimes people come at you, man. And you have to defend yourself and your friends against bullies. I remember last year I did it. It was on YouTube. This guy punched me on the face off, knocked me off my bike. Just a coward's punch. I had my head down. He just boom, just knocked me off my bike. Just boom, bust up my teeth, hit my nose. That's still going to court. That's the bully though. That person, he just did a runner. You know, he'd never been in the scene ever again. Just totally did a runner. Totally did a runner. So again, bullies will attack you when you're looking down or when they think you're vulnerable. But once you stand up and they realize that, you know, you ain't going to be dominated or something like that, they really shit themselves. So you have to... And again, that situation last year, I had my road cycling shoes on. So when you got road cycling shoes on, they're like slippery carbon. And this person knew that. They knew what I was wearing. So they targeted me after 12 hours of cycling. I still had my road shoes on. I couldn't even stand up properly. You know, couldn't even defend myself. So lucky my friend was there. And they used violence essentially to break up the fight to protect me. So it's a good thing, because if my friend wasn't there, this bully would have just kept going and going and going because I couldn't defend myself. I was sort of slightly concussed and couldn't even stand up properly in my slippery carbon shoes on a steep slope rather. So you always got to understand the bullies look for prey. They always look for prey. They're not expecting a fight. They're not expecting to stand up for yourself. So when you stand up for yourself and you've got skills, that really changes the mindset of the bully. So you always got to learn self-defense. I never recommend starting a fight. I always recommend avoiding a fight. But you have to stand your ground, man. You have to defend yourself and you have to defend your friends and you do whatever means necessary. But always remember, things can go to court. So don't do anything dumb. Don't be a hero. But just, you know, have experiences, man, and definitely train. Definitely get knocked out in the ring. You've got to get hit hard. You've got to have pain. You've got to be totally desensitized. When I get punched in the face now, it just makes me fucking angry, man. It doesn't intimidate me. When I first got knocked out, back in 1997, 96. No, it was 1996. I got knocked out. It was fucking big dude. Just fucking bang. down in Morfett Vale there. And I was like, fuck. And that was the first time I've been knocked out. And that fucking dazed the fuck out of me. Now when I get hit in the head, it just makes me fucking angry as fuck. And that's the level you want to get to as a fighter, as you know, as a protector of other people. You get like it's a switch, it's a fuse. Like when someone pulls over and they want to kill you, it's just like boom, that's the action plan. And again, you want to keep your cool. You don't want to go to court. You don't want to have manslaughter charges. You don't want to be a hero. But you got to be, you know, you can't back down either, because you got to have defense, man.